Okay, here we go. Um, for those of you who don't know me or haven't followed any of my past hiking videos, this is Leo. My name's Lisa Rana, and I am announcing my 2024/2025 hike of the Appalachian Trail. I've actually already started my hike. Right now it's December 15th, and I started my hike on November 4th in Pennsylvania and decided that I would try to get some of my hike done in November in Pennsylvania for a couple of reasons. One reason was that I wanted to hike in Pennsylvania before it was 90 degrees, which is the time that most no-bow hikers get to Pennsylvania. And secondly, I know Pennsylvania is really has an issue with water, and I didn't want to be hiking in really hot weather in Pennsylvania struggling to find water. As it turned out, when I went to Pennsylvania in November to hike, it was really warm, unseasonably warm this year in the early parts of November on the East Coast. So it was still very warm. It was in the 70s on several days and in the 60s on multiple days. And then it did cool off. But having water was really an issue during that part of the hike because there were no water caches. So the plan is to resume my hike on or about March 9th in Harper's Ferry. When I finished the 174 miles in Pennsylvania, I stopped at a road called Letty Road, which is just south of Boiling Springs. I have about 100 miles to do between Harper's Ferry and that road. So it's going to depend on a few things. I mean, if we're up to our butts in snow this year, and it's a weird year, it seems like it's going to be a lot colder, at least where I am. I mean, I'm on Eastern Long Island, just so you know. If it's going to be a really cold year, and they have a ton of snow, I'm not going to bring snowshoes and hike in that. If it's a normal type of year weather-wise and it's just cold or there's a little bit of snow, my plan is to start in Harper's Ferry about the 9th, get that 100 miles out to Letty Road just under Boiling Springs. And then at the end of March, like the third week of March, about the 23rd or so, start out at Springer Mountain and head north. It's a weird year for hiking the Appalachian Trail because of all of the devastation on Hurricane Helene. I will be totally prepared to skip over sections as need be. I know they're working really, really hard on trying to get portions of the trail that are currently closed open. I've been following a lot of the reports that are on Facebook. So if I can continue to hike north and it's something that's permitted or advisable, I will do that. But if there is a section where they say, listen, this is not a good idea, it's dangerous, the communities can't handle the influx of hikers, I will skip that part and come back and finish it in the fall if it's open, or at another time if I have to. Most of the people are going to be hiking in 2025. We're going to have to be really flexible. Logistics are going to play a big part of this hike this year, because if we do have to skip over sections, how do you skip over sections? Trains, planes, automobiles, shuttle drivers. There's going to be extra expenses that you're going to incur as a result of that you wouldn't normally have had to do. So it's just part of the trail. Every year has its challenges. I don't think they've had challenges like this in a long, long time, but I'm just going to take it in stride, see it as part of this year's hiking challenges. I really hope for those communities that, they're going to be able to recover, and, I'm going to proceed. So I have been wanting to hike the Appalachian Trail since probably about 2012, 13. and I retired last year, so my opportunity to hike it has arrived. I hope you guys want to follow along. A couple of things. I love hearing comments and suggestions and recommendations and all of the things that come along with an active community, especially with the Appalachian Trail community. There's so much to learn from so many people, and while I have some hiking experience, I am in no shape expert in anything. So I would love to hear comments. I hope you guys decide to subscribe and follow my hike. But I really want to keep it positive, or respectful criticisms. Say, I slack pack most of the 174 miles, and if you watch these videos that I'm about to put out of that part of my hike, you'll see that. If you're one of these traditionalists that feel that slack packing is not appropriate, or that you should not be counting miles that you slack pack, then that's fine. You're entitled to your opinions, and if you ever hike the trail and that's how you want to do it, that's great. I applaud you. But for me, that's not how I'm going to be hiking this trail, and if that is upsetting to you, probably not the channel for you to watch, or the hike for you to watch, and there'll be a lot of other people to watch, I'm sure. All right, so it's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been something that I've been really, slowly working towards. Got my gear. I'm gonna do a gear review, and I hope that you guys will follow me. Leo is not coming with me. That's my dog. He poked his head in before. He is 8.5 years old. He has done a lot of hiking with me. We've gone on some great adventures together, and it's probably going to be the hardest thing about my hike. I actually mentioned this in some of my videos in Pennsylvania. It's not going to be the terrain or the scary climbs or the sketchy climbs or the rain or the cold or the snow, which will all be challenges, and I know that. Probably missing Leo is going to be my biggest thing. I hope to see you guys. Hope to hear from you. Take good care. Merry Christmas. You can see I've got my Christmas tree. Happy holidays. All that good stuff. Ciao for now.